Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog. This is the first one I'm doing and it's going to be based on the marvellous vlogs that Lisa Comfort at Sew Over It does, where she talks about the fabric that she's bought and the pattern she's going to make. Because I suddenly realised actually if I do this it might mean I actually commit to making some things, and it means that I can also show you in beautiful three-dimensional video what they look like at the end rather than just photographs, which depending on my photography skill on the day is less good or good. So I'm here in my enormous chair that swivels. A bit low down, so it feels slightly like I should be, but it's fine. And I'm going to show you the fabrics that I've bought that I want to make things out of in the next sort of few weeks. I am wearing my Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top, made in Birch Organics cotton jersey. It's a bit stretchy but not too stretchy. It's this lovely feathery print. I bought this at the Knitting and Stitching show in October last year. I've had it for a while. I love this top. It's great. It's actually surprisingly warm because it's quite a cosy sort of fleece. Well, it's not quite fleecy. It's quite a thick cotton. So I wear it all the time because it's a really easy one to just fling on top of stuff. Even tracksuit bottoms, which is what I happen to be wearing today. Yeah, so fabric. So I'm going to show you the fabric. This is not going to be on the scale of Lisa Comfort because, you know, she owns a fabric shop, so she very much can buy fabric all the time with a legitimate reason, whereas my bank manager gets very angry with me when I do that. So they're on the floor, so I'm going to have to bend down and, you know, grab them. But the first one is this. Ooh, it's got sticky labels still stuck to it. This is African wax print cotton, which I bought from Brixton Market, from African Queen in Brixton Market, who have an amazing range. I was in there for ages, just flipping through huge piles of beautiful fabrics. I've never worked in African wax fabric before. I've wanted to get some for ages, and I went to the shop and I saw this and I thought, yep, they'll do. I tend to wear a lot of yellowy kind of fabrics, and I've not actually got anything in blue. I used to wear a lot of blue and I've stopped, so I thought I'll get blue and orange and that'll be a nice mix of the two. It's got this gorgeous pattern on it which is a bit stained glass windowy, or at least I think it is. And normally I don't wear print as big as this because I'm quite a little person, I'm quite short, and sometimes it can be quite dominant if you wear a really big pattern like this. But I loved it so much I thought I'd buy it anyway. When you buy African wax print, it comes in set lengths, so you get it in kind of a packet that's already made up, and it's either 6 metres or 12 metres. This was a 6 metre length. When I got it out of the packet and I measured it, it was 120 centimetres wide and 6 metres long, so you get a lot. And I think it cost £20, which I thought was pretty good for 6 metres of fabric. So if you want to make things economically, it's also a really good idea. So what am I going to make with this? Well, the challenge of it is, as you can probably see from me flipping it about, it's quite stiff. It's got like it'll, you know, hold its shape quite easily without you even really needing to do very much. So it has a lot of structure to it. So it needs a pattern that will stand up to that sort of structure. I couldn't make anything drapey out of it because it just wouldn't work. And so I was thinking about what patterns I've got, and I suddenly realised I haven't made a Tilly and the Buttons Megan dress for ages, and I love the ones that I've got. I wear them all the time and I always get comments on them when I do wear them, so I thought I'd make one of those. And the lovely thing, I've got the pattern down here to show you in case you don't know. So it's from her Love at First Stitch book, which is this one, which is a really, really great book, and I'm just finding the picture. So this is the Megan dress. And I've made two, and on my website I think there's photos of both of them. And when I make it, I change the neckline. So this has a round neck, but if I have a very high round neck, it makes me look a bit like a sack of potatoes. So I tend to change it for a straight slash neck, just because the angle's a bit better on me. And I quite like angular shapes when I'm making things. So yeah, I'm going to make one of those because I think it's going to look amazing in this, and it will suit the fabric down to the ground because it's nice and stiff and it needs the structure because of the empire line in the dress and the fact that it sort of hangs nice and stiffly away from the body. I've put the photo away, but I will find it again and I can tell you what I mean. So you can see in here that there's no real drape in the skirt. It just hangs, it holds its shape away from the body. It's got this nice A-line shape. and that's what you want. You can make it in, she makes it in here in a knit fabric as well, and it looks great with a drape to it, but I quite like the stiffer style. So yes, that is what is going to happen with that one. Right, next. So the next one was a complete impulse purchase because I just loved it. I went to Fancy Moon in Crystal Palace, which is a new shop that's just opened, and I was very excited about. I went in looking for something specific, and she recommended these fabrics to me, and the problem with them is that I've bought them and they're so lovely that I don't want to use them for the thing I originally wanted to, which I will talk about in another video. I just want to make clothes instead. So I have already cut out the pieces for one thing, so I'm going to show you the other colour, and then I'll show you the scrappy bits I've got left of this one. So this is the fabric. I'm going to hold it up in the light in the hope that you can see it, because it's a cotton. It's 100% cotton. It's very soft. It's not quite a lawn. It's a bit thicker than that, but it's got a lovely drape, and it's a shot cotton. So, which I've never seen before. Maybe I'm just very fabric naive, but when you get a shot silk, when you have the warp and the weft threads are different colours, so in the light it goes to different colours. So this is this gorgeous sort of plummy purple kind of colour, but then the cross weave is in red. So if you hold it in the light and move it, you can see that it kind of moves from being a sort of bluey lavendery colour to red. And if you see the ends of the fabric, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, but this is actually a really bright blue and this is red, and together they make this gorgeous purple colour, because obviously red and blue make purple. It's genius. So yes, I bought this in this colour, which I am keeping for the original purpose for various reasons, but I bought another one, another colour. I'll show you. This colour. You can see it's a very scrappy piece of fabric. And this is like a grey purple, like a lavender I suppose, but it's got a kind of goldy orange yellow running through it the other way. So it has this lovely sort of, you pick up these kind of yellow little bits in it, and I just freaking love it. It's amazing. And I wear a lot of things with a yellow base tone because those are the colours that I wear the best. So as Lisa Comfort often says on her videos, that she wears a lot of black and a lot of red and pink she can get away with. I'm the other side of the colour spectrum, so I wear things with a yellow base, so I wear a lot of yellow, orange, turquoise, and purple isn't usually my thing, but I figured because it's got the yellow cross blend in it, I think I can get away with it. I'm going to wear it anyway because it's so lovely, but that's the thing. So the edge of this one, you can probably just see, maybe, has this sort of burnt orange colour in it, which is one of them, and then the opposite way is actually, it is more like a purple, but together they have this gorgeous thing. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one, because I've already cut it out, so I kind of have to now. So I have a top that I made based on the Sew Over It Betty dress, which is this one. It's lovely 1950s style. It's one of my favourite patterns of theirs. I just love it. It's such a flattering shape, and every time I wear it people are like, oh my god, where did you get that dress? But I made it as a top, as a peplum top, by cutting off the skirt very short and using it and wearing it with a kind of little short peplum. And although it's really fun, I actually wear it more without the peplum. I discovered I could tuck the peplum up and then just wear it as like a short waist length sort of top. And it goes brilliantly with loads of things that I've got that are waist height. I've got a lot of waist height trousers and skirts and stuff. And it just sits exactly the right height. It doesn't bunch up and get stuck, and it doesn't sit on your hips, and it doesn't, you know, tuck it in. So what I think I'm going to do is make that top bit without the peplum on the bottom intentionally. So I'll just cut the pattern off at the waist, or lengthen it off and then hem it. And I'm going to also think about changing the back. So the back's got this very deep V at the back, which is lovely, but a bit nippy in the winter, although it's getting warmer now. So what I might do is just raise the back a bit, so it's slightly, because that can look a bit dressy. I think it's harder to wear to work something that's got a deep back, I think, but yeah, maybe it's just me. And then the other thing is, they also do a really lovely hack of the shift dress pattern into a top which has a button closing at the back. I don't have the shift dress pattern, but I'm thinking I might try and copy the button hack on the back. So this is going to be a complete experiment. I have no idea whether it's going to look great or terrible, but I thought I'd try it. And yes, I should probably have made it in a fabric that I didn't love quite so much, but I'm afraid I'm massively impatient, so I haven't done that. So this was, I got a metre of this, and as you can see, I got all the bits out of it that I needed to. So a metre's plenty. And I did make a copy of the top pattern, and I did the adjustments that they made on the back shift dress to do the buttons. So it's a slightly adapted pattern from this one, but I could cut it all out from the 1 metre that I had, so economical and everything, which is great. So those are my fabrics. I only have 2 because I can't go out and buy fabric all the time. I could. I do, but you know, I shouldn't. So those are my 2. And then the last thing I've got, which I don't yet have fabric for, but I will need to buy some for, is that my pattern for the British vintage sew-along, or the big vintage sew-along, the McCall sew-along thing for their vintage patterns. Hashtag BV sew-along. I ordered my pattern and it arrived, and this is the one that I went with. This is B5813. And I've decided that I'm going to do view A, which is this one down here. Looks very similar to view B, and for some reason view B they've decided to do in black, so it's almost impossible to tell the difference. But on the back you can see that view B has a little bow under the bust at the sort of empire line, which I don't think I really want. So I'm going to do view A. I will make a toile, because there's a lot of stuff going on in here that I am going to get wrong. There's a lot of darts, there's gathers, there's a collar, there's sleeves, there's all sorts of things. So I'm going to make a toile first, and then I'll decide what fabric I'm going to buy, but I'm thinking it might look pretty great in a crepe. It's very plain, but maybe a bright colour. So yeah, I'm going to make up, I'll probably make up the toile this month, let you know how I get on with that, and then make up the full dress next month, unless I have a spurt of speed and suddenly manage to get it all done miraculously. So yes, that is the final thing that I'm going to do this month. Exciting stuff! Yes, that's it for this one. I'll get back to you once I've made all of those, and hopefully be able to show off what I've done, assuming it's a success and not a total disaster. But in the meantime, I'm going to have exciting plans for the month ahead as it's getting to spring. And I will see you again soon. Okay, bye!